Oh, hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hail the chat.
Hail, hail, hail. Sorry,
Awesome.
that was a rough intro, but hey, it was a
We
lot of
got
fun,
in
wasn't
there. We got in there. We're here. That's all that matters.
it? Yeah, so that was a hell of a slap. I would hate to get hit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say hello to the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? We have Crazy Mad in the house.
Hell, crazy mad. Yeah.
And we got Mo Biggs in the house. If I can get it to
The
highlight, there we
legend.
go.
Hell, Mo. Beach house. All right. That's what we're doing. Get the
We're going
marks.
we're going to get back to that in just a moment.
All
But
right.
good stuff. Comic Skaters are here. All right. Thanks for
Hell, good
coming in.
stuff.
So we have about 3 of them.
All right.
Usually we have a few more.
Our people.
So tonight we don't have Murph with us. I think he's feeling under the weather, so we're not going to have him tonight. But hope he feels better, and hopefully he's watching right now. So
Mm-hmm.
want to welcome Sean to the show with us. Thanks for showing up, man.
Thanks for
Very
having me.
last minute.
Hey, that's how I do things.
I know I hit you up like midday or something. Like, hey, would you want to come on? And sure enough, you
Yeah,
came.
yeah.
So
I was
thanks
having
for
my
coming.
mocha latte French vanilla coffee. I was like, is that good enough time?
I was at work and I was in the middle and I was going, hey, I ought to just text Sean.
There you go.
Is Casey sleeping already? No, she's not. But hello, Amanda.
Hell,
She's
man.
out right now. She'll be back any moment. Oh, there's my dogs. If you can hear them, there she is. She's coming home right now. So she'll be probably joining in to watch soon. Yeah, get well soon, Murph. Probably too much jelly in his chili. I would agree. I would think that would probably make me sick too, and I couldn't handle it. Is there a stream by said cabin? Oh, we got to go back up. Which brings us to the question of the week. Crazy Mad. He says, would you rather live in a cabin in the woods or a beach house off the ocean? That's not a crappy New Jersey beach.
Well,
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Sean?
well, all right. We have a bad stereotype. All right. And I might have delved into those stereotypes once or twice myself, but I would take a beach front view. Maybe Cape May, New Jersey. That's nice, or even down
Really?
by me. So, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't like nature. I don't like bugs and forests. Like
Okay.
room service, cable TV, air conditioning, and a beach view with a margarita. Like that. That's vacation for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like that idea. The idea of vacation.
Mhm.
But this is about where you live. And I got to be honest, man. I would rather live out in the woods. Less people.
I could go with that.
Less people, the better. Mo Big
Mhm.
says beach house. Now, if you have the neighbors that I have, I think you would want to live in a cabin in the woods. Crazy Mad says
Okay.
cabin in the woods.
All
And
right.
what's up? What's up? um, and in my opinion, I think you can go use the bathroom outside. You could shower outside. You could do all kinds of stuff. You're out in the woods. You know what I mean?
I get behind that.
So there's a lot of freedom out in the woods. Is there a stream by said cabin? So now we're back to that. Sure. I don't know. Amanda says you're in the dark. I thought she might be sleeping in the room you're in. Nope, not right now. That was only last night. She fell asleep early while I was on the draw stream. She got bored when we talked about Star Wars, so she bowed pretty early. There can be Amanda. Okay, there you go. Mo Big says Dirk, those neighbors could get lost at sea. Wash out with the tide, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea.
They gotta go.
Brent picks beach waterfront. Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
All right. That's our friend Brent watching.
what up?
So hello, Brent. Yeah, so man, I knew there would be a lot of people from or wanting the beach house, which I don't blame them. It's beautiful.
But then taxes.
Yeah.
I think I will go with the cabin in the woods because once you get more upstate, things are cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, man, it's all going to be high around there. And you're always losing beachfront property, right? It all washes
True.
out. So
Mm-hmm.
you keep losing the property. So I don't know. I think cabin in the woods is the best way to go. So Sean, I wanted you to come on tonight because I've been hearing a lot about Strees and Type 1, which I think is really cool.
Nice.
And I wanted to get a chance to talk to you, and I thought this was a good opportunity to do it. So I asked you to come on. Although I asked you last minute, I feel bad about that, but I wanted you to come on. I was hoping to ask you earlier.
I'll come on anything. Just everybody knows that.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll get into show the sign up page and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit about the book. Give us an intro.
The book is if you watch Out and stuff, both me and Joe, we pour over our love for the 90s comics, the artists, the books, the characters. We get a little sentimental. We may talk about it more so than people want to hear, but we love the 90s and everything about that, from the cartoons, from different animation, just everything about the 90s is exciting to us, and it's probably because that's when we grew up. And Strees is everything I love about the 90s, superheroes and action adventures and cartoons kind of thrown into one with some Mayan, Aztec, Inca, that type of lore. And also me as a superhero. So he's a diabetic raising his nephew. So nice. I put that real world spin to it because they say write what you know. And the other stuff I know, it was kind of devious. So I don't know if that would be really proper to write about. So here you're getting me as a superhero in an armored suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show any of the pages that you shared?
Sure. Show them if you got them.
Yeah, I can at least show. Well, let me see if they're loading. It takes a minute to load.
And I am fulfilling the Murat Michaels variant. The books are signed. I got all the cards in. Everything's ordered, separated. Printing out labels now, and then boxing them up and looking to do a MailChimp sign up to have books picked up hopefully by Friday and get everything out.
Okay. I don't know. Does that give away anything?
No, that's page 2 and 3 of the book. And again, this is a love letter to like Rob Liefeld's Strike File of Youngblood. And with that, it was a story about you went to the garage. But with that, the main story was about Die Hard. No, it's all good. The more you see, the more you look. So while I was basic 2-page splashes, 1-page splash, 3 to 4 panels, just pure action, but still setting up the story. And I kind of took that method for the preview book, which is the first 15 pages, and kind of gave you an introduction of Strees and his life with armor, or arm, as he calls it, because there's a Jersey accent to him.
Okay.
And him going through this mini adventure and the replications of being a diabetic, how it gets him worn out during the whole struggle. And I got some pretty good feedback on it, and yeah, gonna go from there. Yeah.
Well, it's a unique, weakness. Most of the time people don't go with something so, like sometimes you'll see cancer or something, but you won't see very many other things that people deal with. And so to see something fresh, this is a little fresh. It's different. So I like that. I like seeing it.
Yeah, well, I got sick when I was like 15.
Okay.
And then after I got my internal boo-hoos, I remember watching a show with Mario Lopez. And it was like a choose your adventure show. So this one team got to choose to go to Extreme Studios and meet Rob Liefeld. So I'm like, all right, I'm an opportunist. Cool. Yeah. So I drew my character. I'm like, now he's a diabetic. So I wrote to Make-A-Wish. And I'm like, my name is Sean Ahrendt, 15 years old. I would love to be flown out to California as my wish to meet Rob Liefeld so he could draw my character, Bad Rock, like in the show Mario Lopez. Gave my note to to my diabetes doctor. He's like, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's my wish. And once he put 2 and 2 together, he's like, that's not how this goes. And I'm like, but die isn't. Granted, I was like 15, so you gotta hold back on and be like, you idiot kid. Now I'm just an idiot adult. But so that dream was kind of squashed. Things work out the way they work out. I got to become friends with Rob like 10 years later down the line. And
nice.
Most of the stuff I'm drawing is from stuff him and the other guys at Image kind of made so popular in their funny pages.
Yeah, man, that's great. That is awesome.
Thank you.
And I know you're a big '90s fan, so
Huge.
definitely where you're pulling all the influence from, right?
Mhm.
So is
And what are we
Liefeld your
talking about?
favorite?
He's like in like my top five. You know,
Top
him,
five? Okay,
McFarlane, Jim Lee, Art
sure.
Adams of the '80s, and Tom Grummett. You know,
Okay,
that's my Mount Rushmore with an extra
all
head.
right. And that's mostly Image guys, right?
For the most part, yeah.
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 I don't know if I
And like
remember
our
the last guy you
started all of
mentioned.
that. Tom Grummett,
Yeah.
he did mostly Superboy, Robin, worked on the
Oh,
Superman
okay.
titles,
Now I
did
remember. Yeah, I remember the name now because of the characters.
uh,
So I have to
like the Teen
associate.
Titans incarnation. Yeah, he's you call him more of the classical type of George
Sure.
Perez, John Bird model sheet, but phenomenal illustrator, phenomenal storyteller, a hell of a guy. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
just one of
And
my
you know
dudes.
these guys? Do you know some of
Well, I've
them?
met him. I met Tom and his beautiful wife Nancy at many conventions, and Rob I've known for almost 20 years now.
Wow, man, that's really
Mm.
cool.
Yeah, it's how I
So
met Mark Polton, John Malin, Mike McMahon. You know, like we're those Liefeld kids that we like to proclaim we are.
okay, I was wondering. I knew you had known them a little bit, but I didn't know how. So I was trying to figure out how that all worked. That's really cool, though, um, because being a musician for me, I've always
Mhm.
wanted to meet a lot of my heroes, and you never get the chance. You know what I mean? It's always
You're right.
super tough to meet those guys. It seems like a lot of the artists in the comic industry, they were much more approachable, and
Oh, for sure.
yeah, but you can't do that when you want to see your favorite drummer and you just want to walk right up to them and talk to them. And usually they're getting bombarded with, girls or fans or something. And then you just, bodyguards everywhere. Or they just don't show themselves. So
Yeah.
it's
Or if
crazy.
you try to go on stage, you get tackled. It's like I just wanted a handshake. It's like
Yeah, man. Yeah.
drum it.
Yeah. So I love when I hear about artists that will take time with their fans. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that the most. And I don't care if I don't like your art or anything. I would rather get to meet you, you know what I mean, than meet
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's an arrogant asshole and just,
Oh, I've
doesn't
met
care
plenty of
about
those
anybody.
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
my
actually met them too. And it just turned me off right away. And um John Byrne was kind of that way.
oh yeah, legendarily known to be that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And once I did that, I was like, or once I met him and saw that, I was like, wow, man, it let me down all the way.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
terrible.
Did you have a hard time to disassociate the person to the artist? Because I've had to for a bunch of these clowns. You
Oh
know.
yeah, man. Yeah. Because it's a part of them that's coming through that art. It
Right.
takes a lot out of you when you draw. And when you know that that's what they're pouring into that,
Mm-hmm.
that's not passion, man. That don't feel good, you know?
Right. That
That's like
doesn't.
hating the industry.
Right.
That's like somebody who's been fed up and they should probably get out, or they should have got out a long time ago. So
Yeah. Negative Nancy.
oh, look at this. Oh, sure, let's all hate arrogant assholes now.
No, I'm right here. I don't hate on myself, but there's a different breed. Believe me.
Yeah, there's different types of assholes, that's for sure. So yeah, that's cool, man. I really like it. Let's change picks. So tell me a little bit about Strees. How do you get his powers?
All right, so Thomas DeHart, who's my main character, he's a rheumatoid orthologist. I totally screwed it up, but he deals with blood, right? So while he was on a trip down to Mexico, him and his mentor, as you call her, his boss, they were at one of the temples, pyramids, and he found a little hideout button, and they fall through to a room, and here's his armor. So it's based on like the Aztec lore again, Mayan as well, and then down Inca,
Okay.
put all the stuff together. So he thinks his guy is dead, but he gets the armor and he takes off. And then we jump into him telling the story to his nephew after the first scene is told. So
Okay.
is what? He's
He's
a
a
doctor.
what?
He's a doctor.
Oh, they're gonna keep making you say it over and over again, I think.
Yeah, I know. I just
It's all
got
good.
stutter. Yeah.
No, I like that. So the Aztec lore, you're gonna bring that out more and more.
Yeah, the whole stuff is it's like all my love of like ancient aliens and stuff kind of
Yeah,
thrown in there. I think you could make it a little more fantastical because it's not really solid. It's like maybe it
Yeah.
happened, you know,
Yeah, you can
kind
play
of go
with it.
from there. Yeah.
That's
There's also characters like my Harry and Henderson's meets Dino Riders, so there'll be like Bigfoot characters in there as well. It's gonna be stupidly cool.
oh, that's awesome. That's gonna be fun. And that's
Mm.
the stuff that Murph and I throw in. We are going into that realm, but we're probably not gonna hit it the same way you are, but
Mhm.
it's going to go into some Aztec stuff. We're going to find out why the pyramids are there, things like that.
Right.
So it's
That's
going to be cool to
exciting
jump
shit.
into it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what makes it fun.
Oh,
So,
for sure.
all right. So did you ink this as well?
Yeah, that's all drawn by me. Like I like doing my layouts on tiny little note cards or post-it
Yeah.
notes. Take the
Okay.
gesture drawing,
Yeah,
import it to my brand new Cintiq or my iPad, and just kind of draw over everything. And
that's
just
cool.
noodle.
Yeah. It's weird. I've been getting into digital more and more,
Mhm.
and I'm loving it. I didn't think I would. I
Oh
really
yeah,
thought I was going to struggle, and I haven't.
the backspace is great. Like undo. It's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, yeah,
I would have
man.
screwed that up.
I agree with you. I got to see something here.
Go for
Trying
it.
to see our doors open. I was trying to keep my door shut, but okay. Let's zoom in on this so I can see it better. Everybody can see it better. Oh yeah, elbow crack to the face. Love it.
Yeah, this stuff got Dale Keown to say that my art is very dynamic. So like
Oh good.
yeah, if you get that seal approval from that guy, that's getting quoted on the book.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Yeah, he's saying it out loud. Hey.
Mhm.
And then you have proof. You have him on a stream. So
Yeah. Oh, also Tuesday, me, Joe, John, Dale, and OC Steve, we're gonna do a pit wrap up on Joe's
oh,
channel. Where because
that's nice.
last fall we went over all the books, and now we got what Dale come on, and we're gonna be like, "Do you remember when you drew this? That was cool." You know, do those type of moments.
That's awesome. And
Mm.
and that'll be a great wrap up to it too, because I've watched a few of the episodes when you guys are going through some of the issues, and I think it's really cool. It was a great idea from, I know that Joe has been doing a lot with that. So
Yeah, he stole that from Art and stuff. Like I'm gonna put that out in the open. Like that's really what Art and stuff is about. No, I'm kidding, but that's actually my favorite show. When people are like, "What's your favorite show to do?" I'm like that because we
yeah,
talk about like art interests and shit.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Just deep diving, like especially if we get
hmm
like John on or Dan or Art. And it's
yeah,
like, what's the process? You know?
yeah. I love that because I watched one of them where John was on and he was going into the coloring, he was going into everything, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, ooh, that's good insight to know. Like you get to
Oh
hear
hell
him
yeah.
talk about how the colors should blend,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll point out some of the stuff where it looks like they cut corners, or if
Right.
they, were trying to be too fast, I guess. And yeah, Crazy Mad says we're pro Bigfoot and CG.
Hell.
Yeah, I am too. I think we all are. More of a fan of the Loch Ness.
Hmm.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hmm.
That is interesting. Loch Ness isn't real. And Amanda says, yeah, Bigfoot told me so.
That's what I heard.
I love Bigfoot. We always say it's getting squatchy in here.
How
And
can't you? It's just a cool idea, really.
it is. It's a great idea. And every time we go hiking, we always do if you ever watch the show where they were hunting Bigfoot, and that guy gets on and he's like, oh, and he's just yelling in the
Oh,
woods.
okay, yeah.
It's hilarious, man. And I love it. I love it. We have such a good time with that. Or
Hell
screaming
yeah.
in the woods.
Hit that like.
Anyway. Yeah, man. So let me scroll down here. drawing armor, I think, shiny armor
It's hard.
it's tough.
Mm.
There's a lot to it. And, you know, you're like, okay, am I going to put a reflection in, or are you going to put, you know, just some light beaming off of it? And that's where I always struggle figuring out what to do with it. Luckily,
yeah, I don't know. I just put shapes down. I'm like, how less dumb can this look? Like, look at this now. I'm like, I could do some tweaks. You know, this could look a little cleanup. But yeah, it's fun.
No, it's cool though. You got the action lines in there going sideways. I like that too.
Yeah, again, pure manga. You know, pure
Right.
what like Rob and Todd and Jim done
Yeah.
did. You know, like if that doesn't scream 90s, I don't know what does. And then I'll get the colorist to like color hold that and all that nonsense.
Yeah, it makes it look like he's in motion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great, man. You got one more? Let's see.
Yeah.
Got to zoom in and then I'll have to scroll.
Always use a
Okay,
silhouette
so
from what I hear. From what I hear.
It got real big on me all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
No worries. So that's going to be a big mechy robot that he has to deal with, and he's contemplating what steps he needs to take. So he's asking the armor, what's the situation? And then as you scroll down to the next panel, he's like, all right, fuck it. Let's go to town. And that's his back. That's the suit on the back kind of turning into a blaster. Because again, like I'm thinking like toys in my head, like
Heck
it can transform into this blaster gun on his arm, or the suit can evolve. Like so I'm just like, again, how dumb cool can I make this to please myself?
Yeah, I like it. And I like the focus of this panel, and even the backpack focuses down to him. So that's a really good shot.
Yeah, I'd like to take claim that that's really thought out, but
yeah. Oh, really? Well, it follows pretty close to the 1 point perspective, so it really helps. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, really, you know what I mean by that, right? 1 point.
Yeah.
So I know 1 point is, I think, one of the most dynamic perspectives to use. And whenever I see people doing it and doing it well, I'm like, ooh, that's cool. So
nice, yeah.
Good Stuff says that's what she said. Boy, oh boy. Can't take these guys anywhere, can we?
Nah.
Do we have one more?
I don't know.
I think that might be it.
All right.
That might be all the pages, but that's all right. Yeah, let me see. Oh, and then we got the cover. I didn't highlight the cover yet.
Oh yeah, that was for the preview, the first preview book. My art and Shelby Roberts' colors. So that came out really shiny and really awesome.
Oh, Shelby colored that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it jumped up on me late. Did you see that?
Seen it.
Thought it was there and it jumped up on me. Nice. Yeah, I like that, man. He did a good job on that.
Yeah. I'll probably have that as like a print for the main campaign.
Yeah.
You know, not metallic, or maybe if it's a stretch goal, but you know, I'll just be one of those things you throw in, just like thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I wanted to do more prints than what we got, and I don't know what we're going to end up with. We're going to see, but probably not as much as I wanted to throw in there. Let me just say that I could have probably
these things get pricey. You know, you're like, I got all these great ideas, but it's like, oh, well, you gotta relax sometimes.
Well, it's also the fact that you don't want to weigh it down, and you're trying to, you want to give people things, you know what I mean? And I'm like, gosh, I would love to give everybody that, but then no, it's not good. So phrasing, you keep saying things that fur with. That's what she said.
Oh, Tuesdays.
I didn't hear what we said. I must have missed it. Did you catch it?
Nah, I'm oblivious.
Okay. Too good. Well, okay. So tell us a little bit about where you're going with this. So are you doing an ongoing? It's just going to be ongoing with this character. You're going to see where you end up, or what are you doing? A one shot?
Yeah. Well, I got the first 3 books planned, written, plotted out for the most part. And if it does get to the opportunity where I could do 4, 5, 6, I
Okay.
got the waters out there. I got some sprinkles at the end. So if it does catch on and it does seem to work on people like it, I'll go on. I'll go on.
Yeah.
And I do have other characters, other worlds. My Imaginary Tales universe. I want to kind of debut more characters in between type one. So
Okay.
for the second campaign, I'm going to have something called Imaginary Tales Presents, and with that, it'll be
Okay.
3 individual stories of mine, and you get to choose which one you like me to go on in between type one. So I got
Okay.
different ideas, and just to see where my ideas as a kid can take me.
Right. Now, they're not going to be in the same universe as Type 1?
Maybe some of them.
Maybe.
Like
Okay.
a few of them can work. Like one is more in the realm of like a Steven Spielberg meets classic Disney cartoon, where it's like an adventurer type of story, or the Explorers, more of an Explorers type of tale.
Okay.
With
I love that.
stuffed animals coming to life in a magical, mystical world.
Okay. That's going to be crazy.
I hope so.
Yeah. That'd be cool, man. That'll be a lot of fun. Now, aren't you starting a new channel?
Yeah, I have my previous channel, Sean Ahrendt, where I don't have much content on that.
Ooh, 4 eyes.
I have some old videos of John and Mike drawing. But I'm going to be getting into talking about more like animation and cartoons and stuff like that. Like how Joe has appreciated comic book art. I'm going to be appreciating cartoons and stuff. So his is Akba. Mine's going to be Aha. So I'm also just going to have, JMS says, SDA says, but with my top 5 cartoons that didn't get enough attention as I thought. So Joe does it great with the comics. I'll work with the cartoons and stuff like that in animation.
Okay, so let me ask you though, are you going to just be on one style of animation, or is it going to be everything?
Everything I like. If you could see what's in my behind me, like anywhere from like Teddy Ruxpin to like Spiral Zone, and I think the Teddy Ruxpin will be a good April Fool's Day one. But the first one I got planned, like it's going to involve like Centurions, Bionic 6, against Spiral Zone, stuff like Visionaries and Sectars. So like they all have great art, great animation, but they didn't seem to get enough love as like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats,
right,
and Voltron, guys. So but
what
I'll get
about
into other shit too.
Okay, because I was going to say, are you going to cover Looney Tunes?
Oh, of course, one way or another, they'll be in there.
Okay, because that's my thing.
Sure.
Gotta cover the Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah, no, that's kind of like the beginnings of it. Like, I guess as a kid, that's cemented in my head, like Looney Tunes, some of the classical Disney stuff, like Woody Woodpecker. Like if Woody doesn't get no love, I don't know what will.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy. I can't believe how much I'll go back and watch that stuff and just lose my crap. I'm sorry about my dog.
No, that's cool.
But I mean, there's times right now where I'll watch the cartoons and I'll tell my kids, "Hey, man, let's go back and watch this," and I'm laughing my ass off, and they're just looking at me like, "Dad, come on,
Boomer."
Yeah. They're like, it's ridiculous. Damn dog. I don't know what's going on, but he's going nuts. But and to me, it's fascinating because once you get into who did the voices, the one guy just did all the voices. And Mel Blanc,
it's wild.
Yeah, and then you get into the stories.
Oh yeah, the stories themselves. But like, I was at a convention a few years ago. I'm like, how the hell did I get here? Like next to me is the actress that plays Jem. This one is the one that played Scarlet, and then like Larry Kennedy's screaming Thundercats Ho all weekend. I'm like, this is awesome.
Oh my
gosh, right there. One of the actors from Stargate. If you knew him, you see him. He played Optimus Primal. Got to talk to him for like a little bit in the morning. He's like, "Oh, I used to work with Ryan Reynolds because I have a Deadpool pin." And I'm like, "Tell me all about him." And,
that's cool,
just being in those moments, meeting like people that kind of shaped your creative development in one way. It's like, holy shit.
I would love to meet the guy, Optimus Prime. I want to meet him.
Oh,
I forget his name.
Peter Cullen.
Peter Cullen. There you go. Thank you. I forgot it for a minute, but I mean, yeah, he's iconic to me. He's a hero to me. When I hear his voice, it just sends me right back to, I'm back in the 80s, man. It's
Yeah, it's got
fantastic.
that John Wayneism, when the going gets tough, like he's got you covered.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely tough. And
Mm.
it's so good, man. It's so good. So good. So anyway, that's awesome, man. I can't wait till you do that. So let me know. I want to know whenever you're starting to do that. I want to tune in. So
Yeah, definitely. Probably within the next couple of weeks. I want to get this
okay.
down and got some stuff going around here, but I want to make it good. And let's see if it's not as dumb as I think it's gonna be. Because I'm like, oh, I love cartoons, and then I had this brilliant point to make, but it just sounds like blather, which people are used to me doing is just blathering.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we do on here. I mean, we just get on and have fun and roll with the chat. The chat's not as talkative as they normally are tonight. But you know, whatever. We have on and off nights. We have things where,
They're lost.
we just roll with it, flow. Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. So I think your book looks really cool. I can't wait to see more of it. I think it's a great idea. But I feel like we haven't heard enough of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, some stuff I'm going to be doing is I'm donating the original art to the Murat Michaels variant to JDRF Illinois in June for a silent auction. Well, Elliot.
Right. That's
Shout out to
awesome.
Elliot.
Hey, Elliot made it.
Like.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, that's great, man. So, with the charity tying in too, we never thought about doing anything like that. But in hindsight, I think that would have been a great idea.
Mm.
Are there many campaigns that tie into charities whenever they launch?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of just pay attention
Don't
to
know.
myself. No.
Yeah. I was just wondering because I've heard maybe of one or two, but you don't hear it very often. I think it's probably
like I'm
really
not saying
idea.
that they're going to have my back and buy a gazillion copies. I'm just giving away this free art so some kids could get some insulin or something. And if it catches on, great. But I'm not holding that over my head like where I am going to be the super duper Indiegogo backer. Like that's the dream. But
yeah. Right. Yeah, I know how you feel about that. Mo says no use trying to talk over that dog. No doubt, man. I was trying not to. I was muting my mic. He wouldn't shut up. I don't know what he was going off on. Whatever. Probably our neighbors, hopefully.
Yes, she did.
Amanda said I got the ash can. All right.
Yeah, she wrote a fantastic review about it. I was like, wow.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Hail Elliot. Everybody's saying, hey, Elliot.
Elliot.
Went away. I'm at work. That's my excuse. Yeah. People aren't interacting as much. I know. Even Crazy Mad, not hearing much from him right now either.
He's probably pointing something. Coming up with the schemes and scams.
Right. Always is. Then Blue Line and the Hunt for the Littlest Umbrella have charity type things. Okay, there you go. And Mavericks did too. Okay, there you go. I don't know. Maybe in the future, that's something Murph and I need to think about.
Yeah, you never know. I'm for the actual campaign. Shout out to Rick Saylor. He thought of this. I was thinking of a way like how I could donate books, and he's like, "Look, you can have a tier where somebody can donate, get a book, but donate it to a kid with type 1 or type 2." And then I'm like, all right. So now I'm trying to reach out to people so I can pawn that off on them, so they could decide who gets what. So I don't want to have people like I was worthy. I'll tell you. So hopefully that goes well.
Cool. Yeah. Is she saying that Rick Saylor's on vacation? He's doing important stuff? Is that what she means? Who's on vacation?
He deserves a vacation. It's a hard ass worker.
Yeah. Oh man. So it's kind of weird. On the other side of campaigning, I feel like I don't have very much direction right now, and it's kind of one of those things where I'm feeling like, what do I do? I want to get into my work, and it was like we said, I was kind of complaining about it last night on my draw stream. I was doing taxes and all this other stuff going on, and now I just feel like, okay, where am I at now? and how am I going to get all this stuff done? So,
Right.
isn't crazy on vacation? And he says I am.
Oh yeah, he met up with
Okay,
that.
he is. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about
How'd
that.
go?
I forgot about
that's
that.
awesome.
Very cool. I
No,
wish I
but
was
you
on
know,
vacation.
it sucks because you get a little overwhelmed. Like
Yeah.
like I'm fulfilling right now. I'm like,
Right.
does this signature look good enough? Like that even matters. Like I signed my name how I signed my name, but you know you
Right.
want to you want to get everything, your ducks in order. But I'm also like, I got this cover to finish up because I got to get it out to my colorist. But I'm like, I gotta get these out first to the backers, and hopefully it doesn't get screwed up in any way, so they don't yell at me. No, I'm kidding. But you know, it's a lot. Then you got your real life shit going on, and it's like you gotta kind of
Yes.
worry about that, like not just taxes, like other stuff that's with each in our own. It's like how do we count their balances when all we want to do is just be draw, you know?
Right. And that's where I've been, man. We've had a hell of a day today. You know, as I said, well, I was telling you backstage, my oldest went through a fender bender today, and oh man, this is like the third accident in 3 months, I think. And so it's almost like every month we're going through an accident, and I am about ready to lose my shit. So I just be open and honest with everybody. It's been kind of crazy. And then, you know, when you add all those other stressors on, but I think it's great that you're fulfilling, because these little, you know, doing the ash cans and these smaller campaigns kind of get you prepared for the bigger stuff coming ahead, which is a great idea. And
this started by doing like sketchbooks a few years ago called Con Artists, the artist Sean Ahrendt. So I'm like, hey, if you want to sign up for a pre-order, you get discounted, you get a sketch. And then that funded that, and then I took whatever money I made from that into making more prints and more tchotchkes for the convention circuit, my banner.
Right.
Because I always believe you got to invest in yourself. You know, if you can make a little bit or whatever, put aside for yourself. That's for your craft, your business, or what have you. 2019 did a little bit better. 2020 we didn't have it because of Bud Light. And then last year just decided to instead of a print book, just do an ash can, because what says 90s more than ash can, you know? So slide in our DMs and it worked out.
Nice. I think it's a great idea. We're actually talking about developing more for our story, and that was an idea that's come up. So I don't know if we'll keep the idea, but it's something that we were bouncing around to expand it. So our friend Brent, he was in here earlier, AMC, and we were talking about that with him. He's a creator as well, and he's talking about taking some characters and expanding upon Ballad of the Celestials a little bit. And so that's a route we may go. We'll see what happens, but we're going to play it by ear. He may end up doing a full-blown story, so we'll see what happens.
But also, I always say, why not? You know, like, you got to get your ducks in the water. You got to make sure this flows, you know, but I got the mentality, like, why not? Like, I'll burn with the boat. Crazy Mad says, kick Amanda. So she thought he was questioning about being on vacation when he was just saying, I am on vacation. And so there's a little misunderstanding there, which is funny. So, no, we will not kick Amanda, though. Not going to do it. Not going to do it at all. So, well, I think everything looks great. And, right now, I think I'm going to show some clips. I was supposed to debut a couple songs on the last stream, and I didn't get to it. And I ended up debuting a different song that was kind of behind the other one. Can I go get a spliff to light up? Like, is this like...
Yeah.
Really?
You know, if you want, that's up to you. This is from the shot of our live stream that we did a few weeks ago, and we're starting to release everything out, as singles now on YouTube. And so I'm just going to play a little clip of it, let you guys get a feel for the song, and then here in a few minutes I'll play another one, and you guys can get that one too. And so let me respond to Mo. I'm surprised without Murph here, there's been no spoilers. He goes, wait. You must be running to get his too, Sean. You got to work it. Yeah, it's true. I'm not talking about Ballad of the Celestials tonight, although it probably should, but I'm not. I was going to let that be for a week and get back into it once Murph's here with us.
Isn't that tough though? Like you got your own show, and then like you want to promote your own stuff, but then you got people on, and it's like I want to talk about my shit too. So talk about your shit.
Yeah. Well, we usually open with ours, and then we let everybody talk about theirs for the rest of it. So we only spend about 10, 15 minutes on ours, and then we move on. And this time, I didn't do that. I thought I would just keep rolling and keep going. No, we're not going to give spoilers, Elliot. We're not going to do that. You can't just drop Sean right into the concert without warming him up first. Play him that ultimate opening act, the trailer. Here we go again, Mo, about that trailer. I had this terrible trailer, and it wasn't a trailer. It was just a teaser for the show.
Mm-hmm.
We called it a trailer, and then everybody thought it was crap. And so then it just wasn't billed right. It was just supposed to let everybody know our live stream's coming. It wasn't supposed to give anything else away. So in that regard, it worked really well. But because we called it a trailer, it just didn't live up to the name. So anyway, all right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to share this video. This video is Fool's Gold. That's the name of the song. And it's just a few minutes, so I'll let you guys look at it, and then I'm going to put a link to Bandcamp out there for you guys, so you guys can see it, and you guys can buy our live stream on Bandcamp. You guys see that? Okay. Yeah, there we go. My shoes, let in the rain. It's not gold that I'm searching. Blood on my hands, blood on my feet. Ain't nothing ever been given for free. You can have your fine food, you can have your rings, you can have your life of ease. No, that's not my thing. You can follow with the crowd, do what you want if it's allowed. You can shout hallelujah to God knows who. You can have your popularity and all it brings. Some prince will screw you for the troubles you bring.
Where can I get that head mic? Where can I get that head mic? That is awesome.
Oh, damn. I got that on, where did I get that thing? Man, I got it years ago. I think it was like Sweetwater or something like that. You can find those all over the place, man.
Oh, that was a great performance.
Thanks. Yes, Elliot, I'm in a band. Ugly Tom. I'm going to share the Bandcamp thing so you guys can see that real quick. I keep going to the wrong page, though. I don't know why I keep doing that. Here we are. And so this is our Bandcamp page. You'll see Ugly Tongue with the little frogs' heads of the band.
Oh, nice.
It's called Live and Ugly.
Okay.
And so if you guys look at that, it's $8 for 8 songs. We did have, well, it's really kind of 9 songs. So our 8th song is 2 and 1. And then we had a 10th song, but because it's a cover, we went ahead and took it off just for rights issues. So we didn't have to worry about putting that out there. But that was of Psycho Killer. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if you know Psycho Killer. But
Sounds familiar.
yeah, it's a good song. Good song.
I'll ask Joe.
But you ask Joe?
I'll ask Joe. Joe, do I know
By
this type of
talking-
genre?
I'm sorry, it's by Talking Heads. You know Talking Heads?
Oh yeah. I know Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Psycho
it's by those
Killer.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Qu'est-ce que
Yeah.
c'est?
That band and like that sound was such like 80s, you know.
Yeah.
I think of me or like Revenge of the Nerds and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was
like,
so good.
go
It was
straight to
fun.
that.
And yeah, we had a good time playing that song, and I think we did a good version of that song, so it was fun. Solid performance, but notice the dead crowd. This is what happens when you
Yeah.
refuse to play Don't Be Brutal, and I don't want to hear any excuses like there was no crowd. It's true. Even though that's true, Mo, there was no crowd because it was a live stream in a studio or in a guy's garage, basically, with a curtain.
It's a studio.
That's pretty much what that place was. Yeah, it's a studio. And but Mo really wants to hear Don't Be Brutal. So
Whatever Mo wants, Mo gets.
I think our next live stream, we're actually going to do more of our set, and we're going to hit songs that we haven't played live for people yet, or it's been a while since we've done it. And so I'll see what I can do about getting Don't Be Brutal played live. That'll be great. Thank you, Elliot.
What about
That's
Don't
dope.
Be
Are you
Cruel
gonna-
by Bobby Brown?
by Bobby Brown?
Yeah. That's
You
my-
know, yeah, I figured you probably like Bobby Brown.
I love Bobby Brown. I love New Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, I love R&B and New Jack Swing.
I like R&B.
Mhm.
I never got into Bobby Brown. I don't know what it is, but I just never did.
Well, it's
I don't know what it
probably
is.
like pretty loud and obnoxious. You know, it's just that hard synths.
Yeah.
You know, they're late 80s, early 90s. So they're like, yeah, it's kind of like freestyle
Yeah.
music to a degree, but I can see like the unappeal to it. Yeah.
I think at that time, you know, I was so into other styles of music, metal and all that stuff was out so big at that point. So
Right.
that's what I was into. So to
Sure.
hear that stuff, it just, you know, it dates it so bad. And then I'm like, I don't like that as much.
Sure.
He goes, that's dope. Are you going to offer any Ugly Tongue merch or any EPs with ballad? Ooh, dang. I have to think about that one. Have to think about it, Elliot.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, like albums and like CDs and or downloads.
Right.
Like, yeah, why not?
Well, we were talking about doing like a soundtrack to the book, but I don't know if Ugly Tongue will do it. But we're talking about down the road doing that kind of stuff.
My prerogative.
Yeah. I put that song right in my head, man.
No, I love that song.
Sean likes that
You know.
90 R&B, that good stuff. Oh yeah,
You
look at
know it, Elliot. Elliot and I were both born in the same city. So shout out
Oh,
to
were you?
Yeah.
Really?
Addison, New Jersey.
Wait, where?
Addison, New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Elliot's from there.
He was born there, but he's
But he
moved
lives in-
since.
Yeah, he's in South America somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I was
Yeah.
like, he's not even in country anymore.
Nah, but we had that connection, so you know.
That's
Jersey.
really cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. Okay, well, does everybody want to hear one more? Because I have another one ready.
One more song.
One more?
more song.
I'm going to play it anyway because I told everybody I was going to play two. to
And it's
catch us
your
up.
show. Fuck it. Do what
That's
you
right.
want.
That's the way I feel. That is exactly the way I feel. This is called Bastard Cloud,
Ooh.
but we're kind of in the middle of the song. Oh,
Seasons change, bitter winds blow cyclonically, but the dance of black tears still hug me like disease. I hope that suddenly it all was a barren tree, roots formidable and deep, just awaiting patiently. And then it opens up and over me, a shower washes down the clear the bastard cloud.
Nice.
All right, how hard was it from now on to smash their instruments? Because like once you're in the performance, you're like,
Oh heck yeah, man! It was a that was a great one and a lot of fun. The crowd does make you feed off, so feed off that
Sure.
energy. So your energy isn't always up, but you're playing to people, so it feels good because there was a chat. They had like a whole chat screen in front of us that we could read,
mhm.
and that made it cool. But then we felt like we were obligated to interact with the chat while we played, so it was really kind of weird. It was just a whole different ball game. So this could use a cheesy psychedelic green screen background. Yeah, man. We'll make that happen sometime though, when I get my crap together. I've been working on it. Yeah. I've been making a new intro, like a new intro for this show.
Mhm.
And I thought I had it all ready tonight. And this is just adding to that chaos. And I was like, okay, I'm going to export it. I'm going to get it ready. I had it ready to load up here. And I put it on. And the watermark, for the software was all over it. I couldn't even watch it. It was like messing up the whole damn video. And you have to pay to get the watermark to remove. And I thought it was just going to be, I thought it was going to be like StreamYard where it puts it up in the corner and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was actually like a whole banner across the video. And I was like, So all that work, I just have to start over now and try something else.
You were way more calmer than I would have took. I was F-bombs, like,
at this point, I'm ready to just like,
sure.
I don't have any hair to rip out, so I'm on the verge, but I'm like being real good of just keeping it under the stream, like quiet right now. Woo. Not having to dodge tomatoes throw off Dirk's timing, but he managed to make it work. Yeah, my timing was good in that song, though. Go back and listen. It was good. It's real good.
Hell yeah.
Jim Cox. Hey,
Yo,
Jim. Thanks for coming in, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, so sorry to shill my book, or my music, but
yeah, it's your show at the end of the day. Shill away. That's what I say.
It was
that right. Stealing it for
so
odd stuff.
There you go. Yeah, so anyway, get back to this. Buy that digital album, $8. That's all you got to do. $8 for 10 songs. And we only have 8 listed, but you get 9 songs, really. 9. I'm sorry. 2 for 1 in that number 8. And new cover album, Live and Ugly. So go on Bandcamp and get it now. All right.
Is that like an alternate site than like iTunes or like a Shopify type of thing?
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of special things, but it just sells your like CDs and stuff like that. So I think they're starting to expand and do more, but it's a pretty simple site for now. And until we start getting more material out there, I don't think we're going to worry about Spotify yet. So,
sure.
We want to go to a real studio and get everything recorded so it sounds great.
Sure.
But we're trying to get gigs before we do that. And COVID slowed us down for almost 2 years, and we were almost ready to go. And then boom, COVID hit, and then we were just like, man, do we want to go out? And there were bands doing it, and then we just thought, I don't want to run the risk.
Sure.
And a lot of people were just kind of gun shy at that point, so we just waited it out. So we thought the live stream would be a great opener, and then we're going to do some gigs, get some money built up, and then hit the real studio. So I can't wait
Hey,
to record.
that's great.
Yeah, man. I want to hear what Joe's doing. I mean, I know he hasn't done anything for a while, but I was going to ask him if he's done completely or if he's just kind of putting it off for now.
The music
You never
stuff.
know. Yeah.
Well, he said, I think on last week's show, don't quote me, but if it's out there, it's out there. I think him and his group, his band are going to do something maybe in the summer, fall, or
Ooh, nice.
short present future. I don't know. There's talks, there's rumbling. You can ask
That's
them
awesome.
Friday night and stuff. But yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool that they're going to be doing that, because
It is cool. And
his band's fucking the shit. Like I
Yeah.
really dig their stuff.
yeah, and I don't like
I'm not
to
just R&B and Backstreet Boys. Like I've been to like
Right.
Seven Dust, many Seven Dust concerts. I love Seven Dust.
yeah,
Most of my friends are in the hard rock, so they kind of drag me to concerts where
sure.
somehow I get in the pit, but I get my way out of it without getting my face too beaten up. So you know, I've moshed a few of my times.
Oh yeah, me too. I've had my nose busted. And
Yeah.
yeah,
All
all
when you get
kinds
hit by
of
a
fun
girl,
stuff.
you're like, what do you do? It's like you go and you hit the guy behind you instead. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I try not to get in the pits anymore, man, at all.
Oh yeah.
Don't want that. If I go, I'm like, nope, I'm out, and I go
I'm
sit
like,
down.
where's the senior section? I'm 40.
Yes,
I just want to sit down and
just want to enjoy the
beer.
music.
Yeah, these kids.
That's right. Oh man. So I heard he's reuniting Limp Bizkit for the Chocolate Starfish comics release party for Reaper Destroyer.
I'll spread that rumor.
Nice. That's fun, man.
Mhm.
No, I want to see people get back into it. I don't like to see people get away from, what they love to do. And
Yeah.
anytime I hear musicians say they're done, I'm like, oh, come on, man. You got to do it
Right.
again. Like I'm going to try to play as old as I can. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
can't pick up sticks anymore. So you can't do it. I'm hoping to do that with some comics too, but we'll see if that works out. These youngins.
Facts.
No doubt.
And don't you just feel old and trash just saying that?
Yes.
Like, these youngins, like, fuck. Like, Guns N' Roses is on classical now. STP is on classical stations. And you're like, ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, that hurts. Hurts my soul.
Mhm.
But it's all good though. I don't really feel old, even though my beard tells people otherwise. I've got a lot of
Right.
weight in there. But I don't feel old. I feel young. I'm still
Yeah,
rocking.
take it for what it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's all that matters. You still rock. So the key is don't get in the pit till the headliner. And if you get an opening act at our age, you'll miss the rest of the show. That's
Pretty
for
much.
sure.
Pull
That's
it
too
back.
funny. Yeah, I had a guy come right up and he hit upward into my nose with his head.
Oh,
And so it stunned me so bad. And I thought I was bleeding, because that's how it felt. But it never bled. It was just such a hard hit to the nose. It's that stunner. Anytime you want to stun somebody, you crack their nose.
right.
And
Yeah.
whew, it did it.
Palm heal him.
Yeah. I mean, it did it to me. And I was out. Like I was done. And it's one of those concerts like we were just talking about. It was the opening act and got in there. And I had to sit out for the rest of the show, man.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah, it was sucky. But I mean, it was great watching the band, but I felt like shit the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because after you get hit hard like that, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, you're
Done.
borderline unconscious to a degree.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
My wife showed me a video a while back of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys teaming up, and man, they were old ass. I felt old looking. Yes, no doubt, man.
They've seen better days. Like, oh, that guy's got hair transplants. Like, that guy's probably just got a rehab. That guy should get off the ice cream. Like, they're doing it.
That is awesome. Yeah, those are bands I never got into, but did you get into those guys? Did you?
Oh yeah. Oh, see, I like in high school, if there was a boy band guy with blonde hair or big hooped earrings, that's who they pigeonholed me as, and I'm like,
yeah.
Look, I didn't complain because it worked out to my benefit.
Yeah,
I love that music anyway.
Right?
Like, yeah. So me and Mark, when we go comic book hunting, we'll blast a little Old Town. We'll get a little Backstreet in there, like throw a little Bon Jovi to represent Jersey. But we're I got arrested at a Britney Spears concert once. So let me tell you that much.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Come
but I'm not
on.
going to go into that story. No, the ending is way more embarrassing than getting arrested at a Britney Spears concert. So
It depends on what happened, man. Like if it was cool.
I still got arrested at a Britney Spears concert. So
Oh, that's funny.
mm,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for
We're at the
asking.
top of the hour, and
time.
normally we try to end in an hour, but we always go over somehow.
yeah,
I don't know how we do it. I think it's Murph's fault. See, with Murph not
Don't blame
here.
him because he's not here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. It's all Murph. And you know, I mean, we're over a few minutes, but we're not like over. So, and he always pushes us to like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I've already been streaming 2 hours, and I realize it, and I'm like, holy shit, my night's gone.
Right.
Crazy Mad says, no, you need to tell the story.
I'll tell it on the 2-year anniversary of On Stuff on May 6th. But I told it plenty of times. But I'll tell it then. Just remind me.
Okay. All right, man. We got to hear it. That's for sure. But yeah, so we're looking forward to your book. When are you launching? Tell us your launch.
Maybe July-ish, mid to late July. Still looking
Okay.
at dates, forming a
Now-
game plan.
Did you push it back?
Well, it's been pushed back, but it was always July.
Okay.
Like from when I put it in concrete, like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
March, I started the mailing list, and that's been going well for myself. So thank you everybody that signed up.
Very cool.
And then I thought, let's give a couple months. Like Joey's doing in a month or so on the 16th. And I'm like, that's dumb to do in May. Like I don't do back to back. So I'm like, let me just push it. June's gonna be bad for me. Like
Okay.
let me just shoot for July or August. But that's
Yeah.
what I want to launch that.
That's really cool, man. Well,
So do what?
That's one thing I wish we would have done was waited a little longer past the Launchapalooza era, because that's when we we
Right.
launched this year.
Yeah.
And I think it was a little detrimental to us because we hit, man, right in the middle of everything.
Mhm.
Big books too, mega books.
Yeah.
And so, we had like Terror in the Trenches hitting around us, Tiger Blue. Who else was big at that point? Can't think of any other off the top of my head. I mean, Eric
Graveyard
Canetti.
Shift.
Yeah, that's right. Graveyard Shift was also out, and it all like hit all together. And Murph and I thought, well, we'll just push to February since I hear a lot of people hit in January, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Right.
We should have waited till like summertime, like you, because I think you just see this taper off, which is nice because you have a lot of room. And then people are going to be.
Yeah, I'll go with
looking-
that rumor. I just picked July.
I mean-
I'm going as far as I can.
Well, I'm not saying you picked it, but I'm saying it's a good
Right,
idea. I mean, as I'm looking, I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I
it's
wish
a
we
great
would have
idea.
done that.
Another thing I
Because-
did great.
Yeah. He said next year it's going to be May. So,
Yeah, you know what? Hopefully by next year it will be May if it works out, which I feel it will. But yeah, I screw the pooch on that one? Like it's when's it launching? It's going to launch in May. Like son of a gun, but it's all good.
that's all right. I mean, that's part of the learning. I mean, there was so much for us to figure out before we did it.
Mhm.
But I do wish that we would have put it off probably at least another month to 2 months before we launched it, because we were just starting to get in the chats to where everybody was starting to get to know us. Our, I think our mailing list might have done a little better than what we had, and I think we would have been a little better. But I mean, we did pretty good, so I can't complain.
Sure.
Not complaining at all. It's just putting it off enough so that things grow.
Mhm.
I believe that if you wait, there won't ever be a perfect time. That's true. You guys did great, fully funded and ready to rock. I mean, that's true. And that's why I said we did fine. I'm not complaining. But it's hard when you're around all those other people. You feel like a pretty small fish in a very large pond.
And you want to pop their bags. Go down the toilet, fishies.
Yeah, hopefully. I think Thanksgiving, Christmas would be a good time because everyone avoids it. Okay,
Maybe.
it's interesting.
Maybe.
We thought about that, but then we thought, well, everybody's going to have Christmas money, right? Let's do January. And then
Right.
that's what everybody did. So, yeah, we totally botched that one. So,
Well, you
But-
live and learn, and you assess the situation for next time
Yeah.
you go into it. You kind of have a better idea.
yeah, and one thing I think we're going to do, I want to invite, I know Jim and Amanda have been having a new channel where they're talking about campaigns, but
Yes.
um,
Very fun.
I want to invite people back on our show because we were actually very transparent the whole way through, and we wanted to get feedback on our campaign before we launched, and we got some good stuff. But now that we did it, I want to hear what everybody has to say about it from in hindsight, and say, hey, you should have done this, or we would have liked it if you did that.
Right.
And then that way, the next campaign, we're going to be like, okay, let's improve. Let's do some different things. And, I don't know if people are going to be willing to come on and give that critique to us, but we hope so.
Just got to
We
throw
really
it out
do.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone has tax money in April. Food for thought. That's for sure. Yeah, it's a good channel so far. So yeah, Jim and Amanda are doing really cool things on that. So it's fun to watch. Amanda's always wrong. Yeah, the end of April seems like a great time to launch, and probably into summertime. You needed that 80s, 90s cartoon theme song. Right. We still, I think we need to do something with that. So, well, hey, man, thank you for coming on. Let us know where everybody can find your stuff and sign up for your book.
Yeah. Type 1. IG on Indiegogo now. The mailing list is live.
Awesome.
And stuff where I do on Wednesdays and Fridays with my co-host Joe M. Sontag. Except for this Wednesday. I think next Wednesday. I'm not sure. But this Friday we'll be around.
Okay.
Who we have, I don't know. I'm kind of in the motions of fulfilling, so you'll find out when I do. And
Nice.
next Tuesday, we're wrapping up his Appreciating Comic Books of The Pit, but with Dale Keown. So it'll be me, Joe, Papa John, and OC Steve asking Dale, did you remember when you did this? To
Yeah,
many paddles.
That's
Like,
cool.
do you remember what tool you used for this? What were you thinking? Or,
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
Time. Yeah, 10
All right.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Looking forward to it. I will try to catch you guys. And you guys can catch Murph and I on Twitter. My Twitter is right there with my face. Dirk at D-Rock. If you type that in Twitter, you'll get me. Murph is KJ Murphy, 518, I think. And then you'll see us. You'll see us in the chats, that's for sure. And you'll see us every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to back Ballad of the Celestials. It's in demand right now on Indiegogo.com. So if you guys still see that and something that interests you and you haven't backed it yet, go there. You can still back it. We look forward to seeing you all next week. Hopefully Murph feels better. So see you guys later.